I'm Emmett Clark, and 3 days ago, my restaurant Ember and Oak received 3 Michelin stars. 3. Do you know how many chefs dream of even one? I spent 15 years perfecting my craft, sacrificing relationships, sleep, and every dollar I earned to build something extraordinary. And on the same day the Michelin inspector congratulated me, my mother called. "Emmett, honey, we need to talk," Mom said, her voice tight. "What's wrong? Is Dad okay?" "Your father and I have decided it's best if you don't come to Thanksgiving this year." My chest tightened. "What? Why? After what you said about our family, after how you've treated us, we just can't have that negativity at our table." "Mom, I have no idea what you're talking about. What did I supposedly say?" "Don't play dumb, Emmett. Marcus told us everything. How you called Dad a failure. How you said you were embarrassed to be related to us. How you only stayed in contact because of the inheritance." "That's completely insane. I never said any of that." "Marcus showed us the text messages, Emmett. We saw them with our own eyes." "What text messages? Mom, please, you have to listen." "We've heard enough. Your brother has been nothing but supportive of this family while you've been off playing celebrity chef. Don't call again until you're ready to apologize." The line went dead. I stared at my phone, my Michelin star celebration suddenly feeling hollow. Marcus. My older brother had always resented my success, but this? 20 minutes later, my younger sister Sarah called. "Emmett, what the hell is going on?" she demanded. "You tell me. Apparently I'm banned from Thanksgiving for things I never said. Marcus showed Mom and Dad these horrible texts supposedly from you, but Emmett, I know you. You'd never say that stuff." "What exactly did these texts say?" "Calling Dad a washed-up nobody who never amounted to anything, saying Mom was pathetic for settling, claiming you were only nice to them because you wanted your inheritance cut early. Really vile stuff." "Sarah, I never sent those texts. You have to believe me." "I do believe you. That's why I saved screenshots before Marcus could delete them. Something's off about them. The writing doesn't even sound like you." "Can you send them to me?" "Already did." "Emmett, be careful. Marcus has been acting weird lately. He's been talking about Dad's business failing, about how he needs to secure the family's future. I think he's after something." "The inheritance," I realized. "Dad's selling the commercial property downtown, right? That's worth almost $2 million. "Exactly. And if you're out of the picture, Marcus gets everything." The next morning I studied the screenshots Sarah sent me. The messages looked like they came from my number, but the language was all wrong. I called my tech-savvy friend, Derek. "Derek, can someone fake text messages from my phone?" "Sure, there are apps that can spoof numbers and create fake conversation screenshots. Pretty common in catfishing scams." "Why?" "My brother's framing me. Can you prove these are fake?" "Bring them by. I'll analyze the metadata." 3 hours later, Derek handed me his laptop. "See these timestamps? They don't match up with cell tower data for your actual location. According to these texts, you sent them from your parents' house. But your phone's GPS data from your carrier shows you were at your restaurant during those times. Can you document all this?" "Already done. You'll need a lawyer though, Emmett. This is fraud, maybe even defamation." I called Thomas Brennan, a lawyer who'd helped me with my restaurant contracts. "Thomas, I need help. My brother's fabricating evidence to turn my family against me." "Tell me everything," he said. After I explained, Thomas was quiet for a moment. "Emmett, this is serious. If he's doing this to control an inheritance, we're talking about fraud, forgery, and potentially elder manipulation." "How old are your parents?" 68 and 70. "If he's influenced them to change their will under false pretenses, we can challenge it. But we need more evidence." "Has he said anything incriminating?" "Not to me directly." "What about to others?" I thought about Sarah's comment. "My sister said he's been talking about securing the family's future." "I need you to talk to him, record the conversation, get him to admit what he's doing. He won't just confess." "Then make him think he's won. Tell him you're giving up, that you don't care about the inheritance anymore. Narcissists love to gloat. He'll slip up." The next day, I called Marcus. "Well, well, the prodigal son," Marcus answered smugly. "We need to talk," I said, keeping my voice defeated. "About what? Your little tantrum? Mom and Dad are done with you, Emmett." "I know. Look, I'm not going to fight this. You win." "I win? What are you talking about?" "The inheritance, the family, all of it. I don't need Dad's money. My restaurant is successful. I just wanted you to know there's no hard feelings." "Really?" His voice dripped with suspicion. "That's it? You're just giving up? What else can I do? You showed them those texts. I can't prove I didn't send them." He laughed. "No, you can't, can you? Those apps are amazing. $10 and I could make you say anything." My heart raced. Keep him talking. "I have to admit, it was smart. How'd you even think of it?" please. You think I was going to let you waltz in and take half of $2 million? I've been managing Dad's affairs for 5 years while you played Gordon Ramsay. I earned that money. So what now? You're getting everything? Dad's already redrafting his will. You're out. I'm the sole beneficiary. Should be finalized next week. And Mom went along with it? Mom does whatever Dad says, and Dad believes every word I tell him. Face it, Emmett. You chose your fancy restaurant over your family. Now you get to live with that choice. I guess I do, I said quietly. Goodbye, Marcus. I ended the call and looked at Thomas. Did you get all that? I asked. Every word, Thomas said, holding up his recording device. That's confession to fraud and elder manipulation right there. 2 days later, I sat in my parents' living room with Thomas, Sarah, Derek, and a detective named Patricia Walsh. I don't understand why we're all here, Dad said, looking confused. Marcus said this was about Emmett apologizing. Marcus isn't here yet? Detective Walsh asked. He's running late, Mom replied, eyeing me suspiciously. Emmett, if this is some kind of... The door opened and Marcus walked in, freezing when he saw everyone. What's going on? He demanded. Marcus Clark? Detective Walsh stood up. I'm Detective Patricia Walsh. We need to talk about some allegations of fraud and elder manipulation. This is ridiculous. Dad, are you going to let them... Sit down, Marcus, Thomas said firmly. We have evidence. Evidence of what? Of you fabricating text messages to turn your parents against Emmett so you could manipulate them into changing their will, Thomas said. Mom gasped. That's not true. Marcus showed us those messages from Emmett's phone. He showed you fake messages created with a spoofing app, Derek interjected. I'm a digital forensics analyst. These screenshots don't match the actual cell tower data from Emmett's carrier. The timestamps show Emmett was at his restaurant when these were supposedly sent, not at your house. You're lying, Marcus said, but his voice wavered. Am I? I pulled out my phone. Should I play the recording from our conversation yesterday? His face went pale. What recording? Dad asked. I pressed play. Marcus's voice filled the room. Those apps are amazing. $10 and I could make you say anything. You think I was going to let you waltz in and take half of $2 million? Mom's hand flew to her mouth. Marcus, please tell me this isn't real. I've been managing his affairs for 5 years while he played Gordon Ramsay. I earned that money. Dad's already redrafting his will. You're out. I'm the sole beneficiary. Dad stood up, his face red. You did this? You lied to us? About your own brother? Dad, I can explain. Explain what? Sarah shouted. That you're a liar and a manipulator? That you destroyed our family for money? Mr. and Mrs. Clark, Detective Walsh said. Did Marcus influence you to change your will? He did, Dad said quietly. Last week, he brought over new documents, said it was just updating some beneficiaries. We signed them. Under false pretenses based on fabricated evidence, Thomas said. That's elder fraud. Those will changes are invalid. Marcus Clark, you need to come with me, Detective Walsh said. You're being charged with fraud, forgery, and attempted theft by deception. This is insane. Dad, tell them. Don't, Dad said, his voice breaking. Don't say another word to me. 1 week later, we gathered at Thomas's office for what he called the resolution meeting. Mom, Dad, Sarah, and I sat on one side of the conference table. Marcus sat on the other, flanked by his public defender. Let's begin, Thomas said. Marcus, your attorney has informed us you want to make a statement. Marcus's lawyer nodded. My client wishes to apologize and request that the family consider dropping the charges. Absolutely not, Dad said immediately. Dad, please, Marcus pleaded. I made a mistake. I was desperate. The business has been struggling, and I thought... You thought you'd steal from your brother? Sarah interrupted. You thought you'd destroy his relationship with his parents? I'm sorry. I'll make it right, I swear. How? I asked calmly. How do you make this right, Marcus? I'll give you my share of the inheritance. All of it. You don't have a share anymore, Thomas said. Your parents have revoked the fraudulent will and restored the original terms, equal distribution among all 3 children. Then I'll give you my third. Please, Emmett. I'm your brother. You were my brother, I said. Brothers don't do what you did. Mom wiped her eyes. How could you, Marcus? We trusted you with everything. I know, Mom, I know, but I can change. Give me another chance. Another chance? Dad's voice was steel. You forged evidence. You lied to our faces. You tried to steal from your own family. What kind of chance do you deserve? Detective Walsh has agreed to pursue full charges, Thomas explained. Fraud in the first degree, forgery, attempted theft, and elder abuse. Marcus, you're looking at 3 to 5 years in prison. Marcus's face crumpled. No, please, I can't go to prison. My career, my life. You should have thought about that before, Sarah said coldly. There's also the matter of restitution, Thomas continued. Emmett has suffered reputational damage and emotional distress. We're seeking $50,000 in damages. $50,000? I don't have that kind of money. Then you'll pay it over time, Thomas said, from prison wages if necessary. This is my son, Mom said quietly, looking at me. Emmett, are you sure about this? Mom, he tried to destroy my relationship with you and Dad. He fabricated evidence to make you hate me. The same week I achieved my biggest professional success, he stole my family from me. Yes, I'm sure. But he's family, she whispered. Family doesn't do this, I replied. Real family celebrates your success, not sabotages it out of jealousy. Dad put his hand on Mom's. He's right, honey. What Marcus did was unforgivable. Marcus looked at me desperately. Emmett, please, I made a mistake. Don't let them send me to prison. I'm sorry. You're not sorry you did it, I said. You're sorry you got caught. There's a difference. The judge will make the final sentencing determination, Detective Walsh said, entering the room. But with the recording, the forensic evidence, and the testimony from the will attorney, this case is airtight. What about my career? Marcus asked frantically. I'm an accountant. A fraud conviction will destroy my license. Yes, it will, Thomas said flatly. Actions have consequences. Mr. and Mrs. Clark, Detective Walsh said, I want to commend you for supporting the prosecution. Many families try to cover these things up. We raised our children to value honesty and integrity, Dad said, glaring at Marcus. 2 out of 3 isn't bad, I suppose. Sarah leaned toward me and whispered, How are you doing? Honestly, I feel lighter, I replied, like I can finally breathe. Your restaurant earned 3 Michelin stars, she said louder, smiling. We should be celebrating that. We will, Dad said firmly. This Thursday. Thanksgiving dinner at Ember and Oak, the 4 of us. I'd like that, I said, my throat tight. Marcus will spend Thanksgiving in county jail, Detective Walsh added. His bail was revoked after he attempted to contact your parents against the restraining order. He did what? Mom asked. Sent your mother flowers with a card begging her to drop the charges, Detective Walsh explained. Direct violation of the protection order. That added another charge. Thomas closed his folder. I think we're done here. Marcus, your preliminary hearing is December 5th. Until then, you'll remain in custody. As they led Marcus out, he looked back at us one more time. I really am sorry. None of us responded. After he was gone, Dad turned to me. Emmett, I owe you an apology. I should have known you'd never say those things. I should have trusted you. We both should have, Mom added, tears streaming down her face. Can you forgive us? You were manipulated by someone you trusted, I said. I don't blame you for that. I blame him. 3 Michelin stars, Dad said, pride filling his voice. My son, the chef. I should have said that first thing. I'm so proud of you. Thanks, Dad. That means everything. Sarah hugged me. So, Thursday at your restaurant? What time? 6 o'clock. And bring appetites. I'm cooking everything myself. Not turkey and stuffing? Mom asked with a small smile. Better, I promised. A 16-course tasting menu that'll show you why Michelin gave me 3 stars. Thomas shook my hand. Justice served. That's always satisfying. It really is, I agreed. As we left the office, I felt something I hadn't felt in weeks. Peace. Marcus would face the consequences of his actions. My family knew the truth, and I could finally enjoy my achievement without the shadow of his betrayal hanging over me. Have you ever had someone you trusted sabotage your success out of jealousy? What would you have done in my situation? Like and subscribe for more stories about people who refused to be victims and fought back the right way.